chaotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Well, hello. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Jaja's Atelier. How was everyone's Christmas? I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas. Welcome to our new subscribers and welcome back to my A1 Day Ones that keep on coming back for the comeback. I appreciate you. For me, Christmas is it's really like just another day for me, and I think it's kind of like that for a lot of people the older you get. And in the town in which I live, it's just me and my mom. My sister lives an hour and a half away. My brother lives an hour and a half away. So it's just kind of like people got to work the next day, yada, yada, yada. I basically, I live here in Virginia and it was really warm that day. So, honey, I had made some slamming scrumptious macaroni salad, and I don't use tuna. I use the double Q salmon in my macaroni salad. Red onions, yellow peppers, green peppers, tomatoes, those vegetable spinach, twisty Q noodles. Oh, honey, but the piece de la resistance. And I gotta give a shout out to my sister Shannon. Y'all know Shannon. She's all up and through the channel and in the rolling credits. Now, I've been living in the country for quite a while now, but I am forever a Jersey girl. Not only am I a Jersey girl, but I am the daughter of a Jamaican mother. So I don't really know all the ins and outs of the soul food cooking like that. Now, I could burn in the kitchen, honey, trust me. And also in the bedroom. Y'all don't remember. Monique used to say that all the time on the Parkers to Mr. Ogilvy. Anyway. So I was talking to my sister and I was telling her I'm going to fry some fish. And she was like, ooh, you need to batter it with the mustard first. And I was like, huh. So I battered it with the spicy mustard. I used that Louisiana batter and I mixed it with cornmeal. And I've been seeing this trick online where you take a couple of cloves of garlic and a jalapeno pepper or a poblano pepper and you put it in the oil while it's heating and you fry it with the fish with the fish or the chicken or whatever it is you're going to fry. So I did that too. Oh, honey. And let me tell y'all something else while I'm on the subject of holiday food. If you want your cornbread to give Big Mama after the annual revival church basement cornbread family reunion cornbread, bitch, I had ran out of milk, right? All I had was heavy whipping cream. And then I added a little bit of water. It'll change your life. And then I put a little, not a little. I put a lot of honey in the mix. Oh. Spent a couple of hours with my mom after I cooked that food. Brought it back to the house. And I watched Beverly Hills 90210 till I couldn't anymore. Honey, I got from season 1 to season 5. And of course, I skipped a couple of episodes because it ain't no need to rehash the same old. I'm just trying to go back down memory lane. Anyway. So listen. One of my favorite fashion publications, no shade, The Cut, has delivered its final issue of the year, which to me, in my personal opinion, is perhaps the most important of the entire year of 2025, because it features none other than New York's newest First Lady, Rama Douaji. Honey, when I saw the cover, I was at work on, scrolling through Instagram on break. And this cover, it's so striking. She has a gorgeous face. I love this sort of odd haircut that she has here. I love the ceramic gloves, which were reportedly handmade by photographer Sylvester. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Sylvester McCoe, who shot the whole editorial. She's of course styled by, y'all know I love me some Jessica Willis, honey, as one of the goat of editorial styling, in my personal opinion. Um, I just, I was blown away by this cover, and it's to somebody who doesn't really dabble in arts and fashion and editorial and photography, things like that. It's like, oh, it's just another, it's a beautiful black and white, but this, and for who it is and what it represents, hands down the best cover of 2025, and again, the most important. Now, we haven't heard a whole lot from Rama. I've seen glimpses of her throughout Mandami's campaign. She's only 28 years old. She has her master's degree. She is an established artist and illustrator. Even, her work has been featured, I think, in the New Yorker. She had a huge fan following all throughout New York way before she married Mandami. But she's not playing the game like the typical first lady, standing next to her man. She sort of plays the background to his foreground, but you see her throughout his campaign through her artistry, which I like. She's letting him stand in his light. She's there when she needs to be, but she's not doing too much or nothing at all, like the First Lady of the United States, if that's what you want to call her. Her art and her illustrations, also, they're very prolific. They're very in your face. They're very straight to the point on where she stands with, social and political issues. And they align right along with her husband's. So I feel like her stance is, I don't have to use my mouth to speak. I could use my artistry to speak, and that's just going to have to be enough for you right now. And judging by this cover, bitch, let me just tell y'all something. I think that when she really gets into the crux of being the First Lady of New York, I really think we are, and not to compare her to anybody, but I think we are going to see her in a light sort of like we saw Princess Diana. And dare I say, with as much respect possible, not in a Meghan Markle kind of way. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of hubbub around her. I think it's going to be smooth sailing because she just seems like such a graceful, relatable young lady. And that level of poise at only 28. I mean, I had to really, when I decided that I was going to talk about this on today's show, I really had to go back and kind of look at her. She also can sing. She is the definition of a cosmopolitan, well-rounded New Yorker. Her style as well is very simple, very laid back, again, very relatable. It's not tone deaf. It's not overtly in your face, label. It's always in black, but still very chic and fabulous. Upon more digging about her, I'm like really obsessed with her, really, and I can't wait to see more of her and to see what the journey, through his mayoralship is going to bring. As far as the editorial, I thought it was nostalgic. I thought it was striking. I thought it was whimsical. I thought it was relatable. She is photographed again by Sylvester let me make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Mako. She's wearing looks by Marc Jacobs, Peter Dew, Diatima, one of our favorites here at the Atelier, darling, Vintage Prada, and Jacques Mousse. Most of the brands that she wore were New York-based brands, which is not coincidental because, the cut is all about equality, standing up for what's right, being on the right side of history. This is not, you know, Bezos Vogue over here at the cut. She's styled by none other than my fave, again, Jessica Willis, who you know I love. These photos are just, again, striking. Her poise, even like the way she's posing in some of these. My favorite picture has got to be this one with her standing on top of the apples. And Mako is known for this sort of dark, grungy pop art kind of aesthetic, which it's really growing on me and it's really inspiring me to push, what I like to do when I'm creating my visual art. So, I am fascinated by this young lady and fascinated by this spread and this cover. Huge shout out to the cut for giving Prince what it really needs, what it's really missing. And that's a story. And they definitely gave us a story with this, and they definitely gave us a soft launch into the woman behind New York's newest mayor, Zoran Mandami. So, what are we talking about next here? I think the next story I'm going to have to light a cigarette. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, I've been discussing some on the show, but mostly like when I'm having conversations with friends and associates and things like that about the unnecessary use of AI. As if sucking up all the fresh water wasn't enough, polluting black neighborhoods, disillusioning the public, with, made up images and just confusing society. Pennsylvania State Representative Summer Lee has started to reintroduce the Artificial Intelligence Civil Rights Act to stop discriminatory algorithms from influencing major life decisions, insisting that discrimination is illegal when it's done by a person so far. And it should be just as illegal when it's done by an algorithm. The bill would ban algorithm bias, require independent audits, and give people the right to choose human decision makers for crucial outcomes. Lee and Senator Ed Markey highlight studies showing algorithms rejecting black mortgage applications at far higher rates and misdiagnosing women at disproportionate levels, proving the urgency for federal safeguards. Lee urges that companies can't hide behind code, end quote, and that protecting communities from harmful tech is essential as AI becomes increasingly embedded in daily life. Now, this is something I did not know. I mean, I knew, to me, and listen, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Because don't get it fucked up. Just because I'm on YouTube and Instagram and I do social media, one of the things I'm planning on working on more is being more tech savvy coming, up on a new year, 2026. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments again, but to me, it seems like there's different levels of AI. Um, and I understand, like, when you call, to pay an electric bill or a phone bill or something like that, if you don't go online and pay, I know that's like an AI automated voice, but we've had that for years. I'm used to that. And then you have these crazy ass videos, these racially insensitive, like the big oversized black women at the KFC falling through the floor while they're ordering their food, like the crazy animals that turn into monsters and shit like that. And to me, that's scary to me, because you could take anybody's face and do anything. We've even seen Meg Thee Stallion having to sue a popular YouTuber for showing an AI generated sex tape of her. That it's not her, it's AI, but people were believing it because this AI is scary. I had no idea that it had begun to infiltrate our banking systems and even rejecting people for mortgages and health. And what in God's name is going on to where we need that much internet access and artificial intelligence access at our fingertips? Do you not see what these crazy crackers are doing in the government? And now you have AI, which, if things keep on going the way it's going with it, I mean, no, who is going to control it? I need a cigarette. Who is going to control it? We can't even control our government, and we pay them. Ooh, excuse me. By the way, I had fish and grits this morning. I have never had fish and grits. I had a little left over from Christmas. I get it now. I get it. Anyway, back to my story. Who is going to control it? And for the people that are using AI to make musical artists, I think that's fucking retarded as hell. Oh, excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. I think that's crazy as hell. Forgive me. To make movie stars, I mean, it's so... Ooh, that fish and those grits are repeating on me. It's so soulless to me. It's not real. I have been seeing so many people on social media talking about, oh, we need to go back to analog. And I don't think going back to analog is the answer, because listen, it's too many. We're all invested in social media. And there are some great, things that come out of social media. We just and technology. But we gotta put some more safeguards around this shit. The powers that be are not using AI to better your life. They are teasing a better life with it, but they're not trying to make your life better with this. The chat GPT, and there's gotta be another way to cool the systems down. I'm sure there is. But why do the right thing that's gonna actually help people when you can just be a prick and fuck everybody over, right? I think this is absolutely disgusting and dangerous. What's next? Is AI gonna help us decide who gets the death penalty or not? Hell, we'll all be dead. So, I had no idea about this, and I'm going to do more research on this, because I'm seeing a lot of alerts pop up on my phone about we want to use this and we want to use that. And I definitely need to delve deeper into what's going on currently in tech. Because it's getting to be really scary. It really is. And so huge shout out to Representative Summer Lee. Yeah, this is crazy. So, listen. Ooh, I'm a little high. I forgot where I was for a second. Sorry, y'all. I just had a brain fart. Something else I've been talking about a lot lately, is the celebrities and the uber wealthy, using their voices a lot more to defend, um, what's right when it comes to politics and social issues. Excuse me. Um, and the injustices happening. And I came across a clip from the Steez podcast featuring legendary photographer, activist, entrepreneur, and Oscar-nominated filmmaker Misan Harriman. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. Oops. So you can play along. So I can listen along. Hold on.
I do not believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce do not, let's take Palestine out of it, do not know that their black boy's been crushed in mine.
Of course, yeah. They know.
You cannot cancel Taylor Swift. You cannot cancel Beyonce. If they woke up tomorrow morning and they said free Congo, free Sudan, free Palestine, they're going to be fine. Rihanna has more wealth than her children's children will ever need. So it can't be a fear factor, right? It's got to be this cognitive development to make you think that you have to be in the machine, which is why I miss the heroes on whose shoulders I believe I stand on, which is people like Nina Simone, right, who risked it all. Yeah. Muhammad Ali, literally, his best fighting years were taken away from him because he didn't want to go and shoot. He said, I've never met anyone from Vietnam. Yeah. What am I going to do to them? Where are our ones in sports?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
right? So where are the footballers? Like Mo Salah would respect, Mo. You've done one post.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's not enough.
Our boxers, I got to give a shout out to Lewis Hamilton. He's been vocal from the beginning.
Yeah.
We need more.
Absolutely. We do.
You know, and you know, at that level, I mean, top.
Yeah.
It does lead us back to the false idols of our time, right? I think celebrity culture has got to a place where there is a big reset, and thank God for the next generation. You're seeing Kneecap coming up, but a lot of newish talent, it's baked in. Sudan, Congo, Palestine is now baked in.
Yeah.
And I would say it's going to be a business decision for Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's not even, if they don't care about it, they're going to be forced to decide because the consumers are looking for more from our idols.
Absolutely.
Again, that was a clip from the Steez podcast featuring Oscar-nominated filmmaker Misan Harrison. I've been talking about this for a while now. On the last episode, I think it was the last episode, we talked about Nicki Minaj and all of her shenanigans. And, you know, when I saw this clip, it really, I didn't think about it that way. Like, when he said, basically, like, who the fuck is canceling Jay-Z, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Rihanna? They're uncancelable. And we could see from what happened with Nicki Minaj last week, if you get on the wrong side of history, it's not going to work out well for you. And, you know, some people in the comments, a lot of people were agreeing with him. And then there were others that are huge, you know, Beehivers and mega fans and Rihanna Naviers and who were like, well, they ain't got to speak about what they want. Let me tell you something. And I'm glad he brought up Nina Simone and Muhammad Ali and the like, because I remember I was talking to my mom the other day and she was telling me a story about Cicely Tyson that I never knew. That Cicely Tyson was basically like the mother of all fag hags. Like, there were so many black actors that she pretended, not so many, but there were a, a plethora, not a plethora, that's not good either, but there was a host of queer black actors. You know, back then it was illegal to be gay when Cicely Tyson first hit the scene. And, you know, she would play their woman. They would live with her. She really put her whole card on the line by dating all these men, basically being their beard, so they could have a successful career in Hollywood, which could have really backfired on Cicely Tyson, because it's, you know, the world could have looked at it like, oh my God, she's such a whore. Why is she with all these men? There was a sense of community amongst black celebrities back then that we don't really see now. There was a fearlessness about losing it all that black celebrities had back then that most of them don't now. And capitalism is to blame. The constant need to be at the very, very tippity top is to blame. Competition is to blame, instead of seeing the differences in all of these artists and entertainers. We're often instead of appreciating the differences in all of these artists and entertainers, we're oftentimes comparing them all to each other. You know, you're not going to get the same kind of thing out of Beyonce that you are going to get out of Brandy or Monica or Aaliyah. They all were different. And I think we're losing sight of that. I even saw a post the other day that, which is kind of off subject, which talked about how all the houses, the interior designs back in the day, like in the 60s and 70s, there was so much color. And now everybody's house really looks the same. Like, it's white, it's beige, it's seafoam, it's white floors, marble countertops, gold fixtures. Everything is white, beige, and gold. White, beige, and gold. I'm one to talk. But, you know, we've lost sight of a lot of things over time, and society has gotten too comfortable. If it's one thing that 2025 taught me, is that we as a society have become too comfortable. We're too scared of being uncomfortable, and we're too comfortable. None of us are willing to risk it all for what's right or what we believe in. Not even the ones who have nothing to lose at the top of the wealth heap. And some of them, like the Bezos, are just going along for the ride, collecting everything that they can, just living life like nobody else is hurting, not giving a fuck. Not even about his own workers at the Amazon factories. Which is, you know, again, preposterous that he's siding up with Dingleberry Don, because most of his workers are black and brown. When are we going to? When are we going to see a shift in the tide here? Silence is complicity. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I think, you know, John Q. Public is getting tired of, you know, I saw during Christmas time, it was so many blogs posting, oh, I got a G-Wagon, oh, I got, like, it's tone deaf. Yes, you made your money. You've made your point. You got money. We get it. But there are so many people that could benefit from your help. Yes, people need to work hard and get their own. But a lot of people need help. A lot of people are working and working and working 2 and 3 jobs. and they're still not getting to where they want or need to be. You're working 2 and 3 jobs. How many jobs is Jeff Bezos working? Really? How many jobs is Elon Musk working? Which his stock just went up, by the way. You know, and I just really don't know. I think we're just going to have to play it by ear with these celebrities. You know, I saw Lizzo and she was saying, you know, a lot of celebrities are going to shock y'all. And I believe it. I believe it. I was shocked when I saw Beyonce at Jeff Bezos' house for Kris Jenner's birthday party. I was shocked. I was shocked to see Tyler Perry there. I wasn't shocked to see Oprah there. And, you know, I talked about it last week. I said, you know, sometimes you have to hobnob with the enemy to come up with a better blueprint to fight the enemy. You know, I get that, but it's just like, damn, it don't look good. It just don't look good. Anyway, I'm definitely going to have to light a cigarette for this next story. So, coincidentally, none of the heterosexual leaning black blogs have posted this story like they post every other tranny in the bathroom. This is not a tranny story. It is about a gay black man who was in the grocery store. I believe he was from North Carolina. And he came across a woman who did this to him. Take a look.
Please back up.
Boy, get
Back
out of
up.
here with your gay
Back
ass.
up. Back up.
Get out of here with
Back
your
up.
gay ass,
Back
bro.
up. Back up.
Get out of here with your
Back
gay
up.
ass,
I
bro.
don't know you.
Get out of here. I don't know you
I don't
either.
know you. So
What's
why
up?
are you up on me like
What's
that?
up?
Why are you up on me
What's
like that?
up? What's up, gay boy?
Please back up.
What's up?
Please back
What
up.
you gonna do?
I don't even know.
What
how
you
people
gonna
started
do?
attacking me for no reason.
Nah, this
I don't
nigga need
even
to
know
crop
you.
that shit up.
I don't know you.
I'm sick of this
I
gay
don't know
ass.
you. I don't
I'm
know
sick
you.
of this gay ass shit,
I don't
bro.
know you.
Just
I came in this
Nah, fuck that shit.
I don't know her. I'm going to record from my phone. I have a government job that I'm not
I
trying
don't
to
give a
lose.
fuck about that
The
government
fuck?
job. You need to not have no shit.
No, just go.
I don't
Gay
even
ass
know her.
shit.
I don't know her. I don't even know her. I don't even know
Just go this
her.
way. Just go this way.
I don't even know
Yeah,
her.
it's
I'm about to
Christmas.
check on my damn groceries.
go this
I don't
way.
even
Curl
know
that,
her.
cover
Like
that
for
shit up,
real.
bro.
Get away from me.
No,
Why are you still following me?
Get away from us.
Please, why are you still following
Bitch,
me?
get out of
Why are you
here.
still following me?
your
And it's
gay
okay.
ass.
I'm about to call the police.
You need
on
to put some
No, I'm
fucking
about to
clothes
call-
on,
Bitch, I
bitch.
have on clothes.
Bitch, no, you the
back
fuck you
up.
don't.
Get away.
I would have flipped that bitch hood in that motherfucking grocery store. I would have flipped that bitch hood in that motherfucking grocery store. They would have had to take her out of there in pieces after I was done. And I'm going to make this real short and sweet. You know, 2025 also brought a rise in homophobia and transphobia. I don't give a good goddamn fuck what another motherfucker got on as long as they not naked. It is not your place to walk up on anybody and scold them for what they have on. Clearly, Flatsy Tatsy was jealous at the figure 8 body down below that Miss Girl had and decided to go off. And I'm sure, let me say something else. I'm sure if he had a clothesline her motherfucking ass, then she would have, I'm a woman, protect me. 2026, and this is for all my homophobic, transphobic black women out there, black women, black men, white women, whoever. But it's mostly, it is, and let me tell you, it's not all, but it's a huge percentage of black women that do stuff like this, whether it be this aggressive or whether it be more on the passive aggressive side. Hey, girl. We're not taking this into 2026. You bitches is either going to get cussed the fuck out or beat the fuck up. Period. Because there is no way in fuck you can be this aggressive with somebody and not get your motherfucking shit sliced. It's no way. It's no way. Now, what I will say about the gay man in this situation is you stayed in that aisle way too long, boo. If you wasn't gonna nut when she bucked, you should have kept it walking. You should have just kept it walking. Because you know what? If you're not gonna teach these bitches a motherfucking lesson, then don't even engage. But I do appreciate the video footage because this held up a mirror to show you that the most of us, trans women, hell, queer people in general, but mainly butch queens and trans women, effeminate gay men and trans women, this is the type of shit that we be talking about, that y'all claim we be lying about, that y'all claim we're just being flamboyant and dramatic about. This is the type of shit that happens every day to a queer, effeminate black person. From mostly other black people. And I had a conversation with somebody about this yesterday, as a matter of fact. And they were like, well, you know, the shorts were, the sweatpants were a little tight. I mean, it's kids in there. I said, you motherfuckers love to use kids to your motherfucking benefit. Where the fuck are these kids that y'all keep on talking about? Because I don't ever see y'all with your motherfucking kids. Except on Christmas, when you're matching pajamas with your baby daddy, who's matching DNA with your sister. Where are these kids? Where they at? I don't ever see you with your kids. None of you. The ones that be talking about the kids. Get the fuck out of here. Again, I would have flipped that bitch hood in that motherfucking grocery store. I swear to God. I was so enraged when I saw this. And it's like, the man is in the grocery store, minding his fucking business. Who cares what the fuck he has on? And this happened right before Christmas. Don't you have... And sweetheart, by the looks of you and those braids... and that puff jacket you had on, or whatever the fuck that was, I can tell you got a lot of gifts to wrap when you get home. You didn't have time for all of this. It wasn't about what he had on. It was about you flexing your pussy. That's what it was about. Oh, I got a pussy, so I can get away with this. Yet and still, it be the straight men that take the top drawer out the dresser and go clear across your face with it, make you have sex with them, and then push you out the bed for you to make them breakfast, and you say nothing. Now you want to cry. Where the fuck is all of this aggression and moxie when straight niggas is busting you upside your motherfucking shit? Where is it then? Because then a lot of y'all bitches get on the internet crying, I need to protect me. It be these same type of girls that do this shit. I am so tired of you bitches hiding behind your pussy so you can verbally and physically harass queer black people. Enough is enough. Enough is enough with the goddamn bathroom. You go to the bathroom to shit and piss. Who cares? Because if a motherfucker is gonna rape you, a motherfucker could rape you in broad motherfucking daylight, bitch. He don't need no porcelain to rape you. Newsflash. This homophobic and transphobic shit that's going on in the black community, it stops January 1st at midnight. Y'all have y'all fun till Thursday. But January the 1st, midnight, cut it. Because we're not going to take it anymore. To my queer people out there, we're not taking it anymore. The slick comments, the misgendering, calling people punks, calling people faggots. And to be quite honest, you really want to know why? Excuse me. Ooh, that was so unladylike. really want to know why racism and discrimination is really at an all-time high? It's because when the outside sees the way you treat your own, they really don't give a fuck then. I don't ever hear nobody talk about that. And it really needs to be studied, because the worse we treat each other is the worse they try to treat us. Have you noticed that? There is a lack of community. There is a lack of empathy. There is a lack of respect. There is a lack of self-respect within our community. And I'm talking to the black community, because I'm going to say something about white folks. I expect a lot out of white folks when I come in contact with them. But I have never had a white person come up to me, and I have had them misgender me, but it's not like, you are man! You are man! It's always very subtle, like, excuse me, sir. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't make it any better, but god damn. White people do not, most of the time, white people do not go out of their way to be homophobic and transphobic, on a random day when they see a queer person at the mailbox or at the grocery store. We see it with the bathroom stuff, but most of that I think is a setup. Anyway, I've said that to you before. Because you'll never see no black trainees getting caught up in no bathroom shit. But it's just like, what is your problem? And again, I will die on this hill. The only reason black heterosexual people come after the queer black community so hard is because it is the only group that you could harass verbally and physically and worse and get away with it. Because let's be clear, I don't see none of y'all real niggas, y'all real hitters out here hitting up these white cops. As a matter of fact, after Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd, y'all stood across the street at his house chanting, "We shall overcome." I ain't see no action. You have all this pressure for your own people who aren't bothering you, yet you have no pressure for your oppressor. Now you explain this to me. I'll lean back. Cut it the fuck out. Enough is enough. And you look like a bunch of goddamn jigaboos doing it. I said it. And I'll say it again. You look like a bunch of goddamn jigaboos doing it. Because while you have your hand on the back of queer people's neck, pushing their face down in the water, oh honey, the conservative evangelical Republican Party has their foot on your motherfucking back. How Big Mama gonna get her insulin this month? Bitch. We have got to do better with how we interact with each other as black people. And the whole hate, the whole reason behind the hate that a lot of you heterosexual black people have for queer black people is the Bible that was given to you by, again, your oppressor. How the hell are you going to fight your oppressor when you're using his ideology? Ooh, that was a word. How in the fuck are you going to fight your oppressor when you're using his ideology against your own goddamn people? And to prove that we need to do better, I'm going to close with this. Hold on, let me. To prove that we need to do better, I'm going to close out with this. So I am not too familiar. I know what a monk is, but I'm not too familiar with, all goings on with the monks. So apparently there are a group of monks out of Texas who are walking from Texas to our country's capital in a peace walk. Let me read this excerpt from Harlow's Musings. When monks leave their monasteries to walk for peace, it's not symbolic, it's a warning. They don't seek attention, they don't ask for power. They walk only when the world is out of balance. If you see them offer food and water, they carry nothing but what's given to them. This isn't a protest. This is prayer in motion. The fact that Buddhist monks are walking for peace in America should make us all pause. This is serious, this is rare, and it matters. Take a look at this. I have been seeing this all over my social media timeline. I have been seeing people walking with these Buddhist priest monks. I have seen people giving them food. I have seen people receiving gifts from them. They're even out there giving gifts. This is a 22,000 mile, I think they said, walk. I think they're in close to South Carolina by now. Last I heard, they were on their way out of Georgia, so they should be in South Carolina right now. And I hope when I hear that they're in Virginia, I hope I can get a bracelet from one of them and interact with one of them, because I find this really interesting. And I researched this, and this is a real thing, and I take stuff like this seriously. 2025 revealed a lot to us. And I think seeing stuff like this, stuff like we've never seen in our lifetime that I can remember, it's a time to take a pause and really do a reset on our humanity as a society. We need to treat each other better. It's okay to throw a little shade and have a little fun. But to really, really want to destroy somebody, we've got to do better. All across the board. Everybody. Anyway, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all at the top of the new year. Ciao.